I want everybody to write in the comment section what the most stupid mistake is they've ever made on a car. It doesn't have to be a Mini, it can be anything. Right fellas, welcome back. Welcome back to a video on the van. There's a very good reason I've not uploaded any videos on the van since the first test drive video, because it's broke. Yeah, in a nutshell. So basically this van has not moved since I reversed it back in here from the first drive video, and it's been sat here ever since. So about a week after the first drive video, we had a glorious day, and I thought, right, I'm going to do the clutch video because everybody keeps asking me, Tony, when you're doing the clutch video, and I've had numerous comments on YouTube as well. People who know people who are in a similar situation to me, or maybe got, you know, weakness in one leg or the other and can't operate a clutch, and really interested in seeing how this clutch system works. So I thought, right, I'm going to do it, I'm going to get it done and get it up on the internet because it's way long overdue. I've had the van like 2 years next month, and I've still not done a video on it. So, jumps in it, on my camera gear in the back, puts the key in, and I thought, why is it not starting? It was just cranking over, so jumps out of it, pops the bonnet up, has a look, and what I noticed was my spark plugs, the one nearest the driver's side, cylinder 4 is it? Or cylinder 1, depending on which side you're counting from. That had like a hairline crack in it, so I thought, spark plugs. So, runs to a Euro car parts, gets a new set of spark plugs, bangs the spark plugs in it, and still nothing. So I'm thinking, right, my battery might be a little bit dead. So, gets me a charger, plugs it in the wall, leaves it for a couple of hours, comes back, cranks it again, nothing. It's just still cranking. So I'm thinking, why is this not starting? So, and then I thought I'd flooded it. So took spark plugs out, left it for a bit, in the hope that I'd dry the cylinders out. Put the spark plugs back in, still nothing. So I'm thinking, this isn't going well. So I decided to sack it off. I thought, right, obviously this isn't going to work today. So, bit more further investigation. So put the battery back on charge because I know my alternator wasn't charging. I'd already tightened the belt up as well at this point, before I'd even decided that I was going to go out in it the next day. So I had a bit of mess around and clicking the HT leads back in, and I thought, these HT leads, I put them on probably a couple of months after I had the van, because the wiring on this van before was a bit Harry Clough. So it actually broke down on me, and my mate Alex Hart come round to sort it out. He was like, yeah, your HT leads are knackered. So got a new set of HT leads. So those HT leads are literally like 18 months old. They're the champion ones as well. I got them from Mr. Retro Leads. So I thought, right, I'm just going to get a new set of HT leads, nothing fancy. So I just ordered a set off eBay, off Minimime. I think it was like 10 quid. So I put some on. I thought, right, let's try again. Puts the key in, still cranking, still nothing. So I'm thinking, why is this not starting? So whizzes the fuel pipe off the carb, cranks it over, and it's pumping out fuel. So I'm thinking, right, we're getting fuel. So then what I did is I took the spark plugs out, tested them. I tested every single one. I got spark on all 4 cylinders. So I'm thinking, this fuel, this spark, why is it not starting? I'm just thinking, I've got all this. So anyway, gets on the phone to Paul Jeffries. So Paul helped me get the van started initially. So I said to Paul, explain the situation. He's like, if you've got fuel and you've got spark, it should go bang. So anyway, pissing around with it, and what I noticed is my distributor cap, or my distributor drive, or the whole dizzy, was a little bit loose. So I thought, maybe it's lost timing, so I'm there pissing around, trying to start it, doing the timing, still nothing. So I'm thinking, how can this run so min? Park it in the garage, and then it just not work. So honestly, for the past 3 weeks, I've been pissing around with this van, trying to get it started, and I just don't know what's up with it. Yeah, I really don't. So the other day, I text Paul at Minicanics, the lad who did the body work on it, the respraying the front subframe group. I said, "Are you busy, mate?" And I think he knew straight away. As soon as I kind of texted him that, I was like, "Yeah, my van won't start." So anyway, he's coming this week to come and have a look at it for me. And I said to him, like, if you can't get it going, I said you can take it to yours, because there's a few other bits that I want to do into it. Because I know on the test drive video, I had a bit of an exhaust rattle. So I've got a full new exhaust for it. Don't worry, I've not just got a new exhaust because of a rattle. There's a few other reasons for that exhaust, which I'll go into another time. So he said, right, he said, I'll come this week. So he's going to come this week, have a look at it, and fingers crossed he can get it started here, and then drive it, or he's going to trailer it away or what have you. But like I say, it's had new plugs, new HT leads. I've also tested, I'm getting power out the coil, I'm getting 12.6 volts out the coil, I'm getting, you know, a good voltage at the battery. And I just really don't know what the problem is. I've checked all the fuses, I've checked everything, and it's just got to that point now where I don't know. I've said it a million times, I am no professional. I started messing around with minis a few years ago, and the van is the deepest I've ever delved into one. I've literally, like, on my other one, my blue one before I sold it, I just bolt on bits, I don't get into the mechanicals of it, so I just really don't know. Also, when I was on the phone to Paul Jeffries as well, Paul was like, you know, you might have lost a bit of compression. So I ordered a compression tester. The compression tester's over there, I've not even had a chance to do it. But yeah, I've just run out of ideas, I really have. I just don't know what's up with it. So yeah, I'm going to have to rely on the professionals to come and diagnose the problem. But yeah, this is real life with minis. They're great. 1 minute they work, and the next minute they break. So right, I'm going to catch up with you when Paul has been from Minicanics. So he's coming on Thursday this week. Fingers crossed I can be here whilst he turns up. Just depends on where I am in the country with work, if I can be here or not. But fingers crossed he can. I'm hoping it's just me being stupid. I really am. I really don't want anything to be significantly wrong with that engine. The van run great before I restored it, and I just didn't feel the need to rebuild the engine. I'm really hoping now that I've not got to build the engine, because yeah, I'd be wounded. I really would. But right, I'm going to see what Paul says anyway from Minicanics, and I shall get back with you with either good news or bad news. So I'll catch you in a few days. It works. At last, it works. But before I get into that, I want everybody to write in the comment section what the most stupid mistake is they've ever made on a car. It doesn't have to be a Mini, it can be anything, because I can't believe something so simple has caused me 3 weeks worth of headaches and sleepless nights. It's just, I'm happy it's fixed, but I'm also kicking myself that I was so stupid. But yeah, right, let me show you what the problem was. Okay, so after the first drive video, I was having a look what I needed. Excuse that there, I've got a leak coming in from the garage door. I need to get them back out to look at the seal because there's water getting in underneath. But yeah, excuse that. Yeah, basically, in a nutshell, after the first drive video, I was looking at what engine breathers I needed. So I need a breather that goes from the clutch housing breather, one from the crankcase breather, to a T-piece, and then it goes to the carb. Now, on the carb here, I've got this piece of pipe. This is now in the correct place that it should be. So when I was looking at the breathers, I took this off because I had a piece of pipe and I tried fitting it from that one to the carb. But anyway, you need a specific pipe because this opening here is bigger than what it goes into the carb. So you've got like a piece of rubber hose with a reducer on it. I've currently got all the bits I need in the back of the Cooper S. I've got all my parts in there. Good little safe place to keep them. But yeah, so I'd had a look at that, and then what I'd done is when I went to put it on, obviously the pipe was too big. So this piece here, I took this off and I'd put it back on the wrong one. So I'd put it on the fuel overflow. Now, with that piece of pipe on your fuel overflow, your car will not run. So when the engine was running as well, we put our finger over this one and the engine started to lose revs. So it was definitely that. I can't believe it was something so simple. But yeah, I suppose we all make silly mistakes now and again. But I'm just really happy. Like I say, the van's fixed now. Like I said, I've had 3 weeks worth of headaches. What I'll do is I'll show you as well a few bits which I've got for the van. In terms of bits and bobs that need doing on the van, hang on a minute, let me stick on the roof there. Yeah, so in terms of bits that still need doing on the van, I've got a few bits I need to tidy up in the engine bay. I need to fit the blanking plate cover back. I've got to cut a little slot in that just to let the speedo cable through. What else have I got to do? Yeah, fit the engine breathers, what doing. I'm just going to try and tidy up those HT leads a little bit as well, just get them sitting a little bit nicer. But yeah, there's not a great deal to do underneath the engine bay. Now the engine works. I can't believe that piece of pipe. I really can't. Inside the car, I need to tidy up a bit of wiring underneath the steering column. I just need to wrap that in some Tessa tape. I need to wrap the ECU in some Tessa tape and wrap the rear loom in some Tessa tape. And then the van just needs a real good clean because it's quite dusty inside. But yeah, I'll show you some bits that I've got in the back of the Cooper S. I'm still waiting on bits as well to come off eBay because I've been spending all my life savings on eBay again. Yeah, so I've got the bits for the van. So I've got the piece of fuel hose with the reducer on, which goes from the crankcase breather and the clutch housing breather into like a little Y piece. So I've got all those, and then I've also got some bits for the Cooper S. I won't show you them yet because I'm still waiting for the other half of it to come, and I don't want to ruin what it is. I've got some new boot cables as well, which once that can get done again, I'm just waiting for my millboard liner to come. So I've got plenty of bits and bobs going on with that. But yeah, sorry it's a little bit, there's not much going on in this video in terms of me actually doing stuff on the cars. I just kind of wanted to get it out there with the van as well because loads of people have asked me like what's happened with the clutch video. Unfortunately now it's getting to the wrong time of year. They've now been salting the roads as well, so even when it's a dry day, I really don't want to take it out even in the dry because there's salt on the road. I mean, if we have a couple of days of rain, which like we have done now, it's been chucking it down for probably like 4 days now. If I get a dry day after, I'll probably take it out and get the clutch video done because I really want to do the clutch video and me actually driving the car, because I think if I just talk about it, it won't have the same effect. But yeah, I want to get a few bits done on the van. I've got, like I say, other bits coming up on this as well. And this is probably the last video I'm going to put up before Christmas as well. I just want to say a very Merry Christmas to everyone who's watching, and whether I get a video up before New Year, I don't know, but I hope everyone has a great New Year. I know Christmas this year is going to be very different from how it normally is, But like I say, I just want to say I appreciate everyone's support over the last, you know, the 12 months that I've been kind of really doing YouTube with the van and stuff. It really is appreciated. But yeah, if I don't see you before New Year, have a good one. But if I do, I'll probably be back with either something on the Cooper S or something on the van. But until next time, guys, I shall see you then.